locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Philly. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein and Mike Carlin. Right here on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. Josh Henning producing the show today, hitting all the buttons. And good morning, Mike Carlin.
Good morning. Good to see you. We have a celebrity guest sitting next to you. This is exciting.
I'll tell you what, man. Summer is in full swing, and I'm loving it. Johnny Griner and his daughter Lauren Griner, the Griner team down there at Burger really hooked me up. I got a place for the summer, and my daughter Eliza Grace is with me, and she was my assistant last night on the beach as we went down for the 54th annual Beschen-Callahan Memorial Lifeguard races. Of course, we'll talk more about that. We'll talk more about that in the second hour when we do the Beach Patrol report, brought to you by McCann Realtors of Sea Isle City and the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association. But right now, streaming live on the StreamYard that we do on my YouTube channel, you can see my daughter, Eliza Grace. Hello, Eliza Grace.
Hi.
Eliza Grace, so what do we do on the way in? Daddy has a routine. What's Daddy's routine when he comes in the morning?
He gets Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice.
And how good is that orange juice?
It's really good.
It's 12 ounces of liquid sunshine.
Yeah.
You love it, right?
It's amazing.
And then I get my newspaper, right?
Yep.
I see Dave and Joe Newman. I say hi to them.
And he gets chocolate milk.
Tell us all the secrets.
Well, and what did Joe Newman give you today? You want to thank her on the air?
Free candy.
She gave you the last thing she needs,
Thank
right?
you.
So last night we were at the boat races. You have a good time last night?
Yes, I did.
Tell our listening audience, how exciting was it down there last night?
It was really, really
Was
fun.
it really loud?
It was loud, too.
It was a great crowd. We saw Mike Gill and Heidi. They were down there. Of course, Heidi's son, Ryan Manning, is part of the Upper Township Beach Patrol. He participated last night. We saw Lou and Laura Capelli last night on the beach.
We did.
And there were so many people. Now, you're sitting in Mike's chair, and he'll sit there in a few moments. But so many people said, "Who's your assistant?" Because she had her black ESPN with the ESPN thing on the sleeve and the locker room crest on the chest. How many people said hi to you?
I say like about 100.
It seemed like a lot. Well, there was a lot of people on the beach, and it was a great turnout. And so we have Eliza Grace in here today, Mike Carlin and Josh, and she's my assistant now. She sat with me last week, Josh, and she said to me this week, "Dad, can I go in the studio? I think we created a monster."
Comfortable on the air too, I can say.
Yeah, she said.
My job is almost gone.
But we'll get into the Beach Patrol report on the other side of the second hour. We got a lot of big stories to talk about with that. Very exciting. The weather's been great, Mike Carlin.
Weather's been
It's
great.
been unbelievable.
But you know what? I was driving in today. It was a little different for a Saturday. It's a lot better coming into the studio when the Phillies are on a pretty good run. Coming in, losing 3 straight, I'm not too happy right now.
No.
You know,
And
we got to bounce back today.
And we're going to
start getting the 4 or 5 losses in a row. We're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, and you look at the.
I think you're being a negative person, Carlin.
He's allowed to be, man.
Is he though?
Yeah, he's allowed to be. Because
He's
last year he was the
supposed to-
voice of reason. Now he's starting to worry.
Yeah, well now
No,
he's not
all-
being reasonable.
No, but I haven't changed my mind that we just want to get through this month. But I don't want to be back next Saturday and say we're 1-7 now. You know, kind of thing.
Right.
Let's stay
you
close
really
for the
think
month.
they could
for the
go
mo-
1-7?
No,
But
I'm
here's the
just
thing.
using we've lost 3 in a row right now.
That's right.
Could we lose today?
And it is-
It's,
and
not,
it-
it's not
listen,
a real 3
Vec-
in a row because you had the All-Star break in the middle. So
So we're going to talk about the All-Star game a little bit too in the beginning here, because I couldn't stand the uniforms.
it was
It
horrible.
was
lot of people.
horrible, guys. What are they doing?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what they're doing. They're attempting to create jersey sales,
Sales.
and
Oh,
no
it's
one's going to
horrible.
buy those ugly uniforms anyway.
I have the box score for the game. I thought Kimbrel did a really good job, and it was exciting. I thought it was an exciting All-Star game. First time the National League has won Well, has won in a few years.
9 years.
Yeah, I was
9
gonna say
years, but
10 years.
yeah,
All
and-
because of Rob Thompson, right?
yeah,
Yes.
Robbie Thompson.
Made all the right moves.
Made
You
all
know,
the
it's
right-
funny. Rob Thompson seems to be able to win games when his players actually hit the ball.
Yeah, but isn't that no? It's like basketball. You make shots, you win. That's
Craig
it.
Kimball,
So-
he pitched 30 pitches, 18 for strikes, and got everybody out.
You know, Frank Vogel won an NBA championship with LeBron, but couldn't win a game in Orlando. It's funny how that
Yeah,
works.
it's amazing.
So you look at the wild card standings right here on was July 15th,
Yeah, we dropped.
and we dropped. We're
We dropped.
three places out of the third wild card spot. Cincinnati, Milwaukee are in front of us.
You got
We're
you got,
1.5 games behind.
you got Miami, you got Cincinnati, Arizona, San Fran. Out of those 4, I think 2 are locks in.
All right.
So you got to knock out one of them.
All right, so I have some new breaking news.
Oh boy.
We should have that breaking
Yeah.
news sound.
Yeah.
We have breaking news, Josh. You're a part of it.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
My brother's boat is officially registered for
We're in?
for the Night Venice Parade as the locker room.
Oh boy.
This is breaking news on 97.3 ESPN FM, South Jersey's sports leader.
We are officially in. We have the banner made. The locker room with Billy Schwein is on the bottom. It has the ESPN and the station number, the phone number for the studio, and the times we're on. And we're going to decorate the boat. And there's a possibility that I'm not going to mention it now because
Right.
it's not locked in, but we might have an eagle riding with us.
Whoa.
There's
Whoa,
a possibility.
Billy. Pull
Good
it off.
possibility. Mark Grimes is working on it as we speak.
And he usually can
And
get
Mark
stuff done.
Grimes is
he
the-
can get stuff done.
He when star athletes are looking for a place at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in vacation homes, single family homes, condominiums, and duplexes. Mark Grimes, he's my agent at the beach.
So Ocean City people, night in Venice,
Night
get
in
ready.
Venice.
The locker room's coming.
We're gonna have.
You'll
we're
know
gonna-
we're in the parade. Let's
So-
put it that way.
Josh. You're gonna know it. Josh, Mike Carlin, Bobby Schwein, Billy Schwein, and possibly
An
an
eagle.
Eagles football player
Nice.
that played on the 2017
Whoa.
World Super Bowl team. So we're gonna have
Okay.
fun with that.
It's gonna be a
Mike
fun night.
Just let's not put the cart before the horse. Let's cross our T's and dot our
Well, I'll
I's.
tell you what. If the player can't make it, maybe we'll get the doopy doo to sit in the bow. How about that? We'll get her.
someone.
She'll wear an
Yeah.
Eagles cheerleader out. She's got her. HG, don't you have your Eagles cheerleading outfit? We'll get you another one. And she can be waving up front there. But we're in, Carlin.
We're in.
I'm excited. I've never
That's
been in
very
there. Have you
good.
ever been in the parade?
I've never been in the parade. Not even like sometimes you see the boats with like 100 friends on
Right,
it.
right, right.
I was never invited to one of those
Right.
parties. I'd sit there and I'd be like, oh, that looks like fun, but no one invited me. kind of thing.
So,
but, being on a lot of house parties, but I always said I want it was like to be on a boat.
well, my brother,
Now we're gonna do it.
brother has been in the boat parade once before, and he said it's amazing the number of people you see that you know.
Yeah.
Because you're going in and out of every lagoon. You'll see people you haven't seen in years.
Yeah, good.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. That's July 29th. Josh, have you ever been in the parade? I don't think so. But,
No, I have not.
well, you're going to be in it
I've
now.
been an observer, but never in.
You're going to be in it now, Josh.
Fine.
I
I'm trying to get through this weekend, but I'm glad to know that
I think as
you're
we get
planning ahead.
closer, it's going to get more exciting too.
So around town, and
Maybe I'll cut my hair before that. So
cut your hair.
No, yeah, don't cut your head.
Cut
no more.
your hair.
Okay.
All right, Carlin, Ocean City's rocking. The summer's
It
in
is.
full swing. There's all kind of celebrities in Ocean City.
It's a who's who.
It's a who's
You
who.
turn around.
I'm in the. We're having breakfast on the boardwalk. My daughter Eliza Grace and I are having breakfast on the boardwalk, and there, who goes riding by on a bicycle by himself? Jay Wright.
Jay Wright.
Okay, he's in town. You know who's beaching on 24th Street Beach? I probably shouldn't say it.
Huh.
Cole Hamels. He was there for the whole week. I think he left, but he was there for the whole week.
And we have
In
a
the
lot,
water,
we have
nobody
a ton
bothered
of NBA refs.
And there's Steve Javy was around. He was
up
at
and down.
Krabby Jack's the other
Ed
day.
Malloy is up like in the 50s, and Javy, as we
Yeah.
say. And these are just people that we see or we know.
Yeah, these are
God
people.
knows
we-
how many are
That's
there
right.
that don't even want us to see them, kind of thing.
Right.
But yeah, Ocean City's definitely it's a lot more Ocean City than we hear about guys in Avalon or
Right.
Sea Isle or Margate.
Yeah.
For some reason and family's greatest resort, man.
Right.
They got kids and that's where they want to be.
The last night, like I said, we were down at the Beschen-Callahan Memorial Races down there in North Wildwood, and my daughter sees the big roller coaster. And she goes, Daddy, I want to go. I said, well, can I go after work? She said after work. By the way, Carlin, I had to pay her for last night.
Good. I'm looking right at her saying good. $10.
That's
Nice.
that's called an entrepreneur right there.
Yeah.
She is.
Did he take taxes out? Because he takes taxes out of me.
But you're right, Mike. When the Phillies are winning, it's so much more fun. You see people reacting on the beach when it's a day game. You can hear, like, I have an old-fashioned radio. When I'm at work, in the parking lot, I have my radio on.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I listen to the Phillies game. I listen to Josh every once in a while at night, game night. But usually at 6 o'clock, between 6 and 7, I'm busy.
You know what?
Really busy.
We have 30 seconds. You know what I heard for the first time? I was talking to a friend, one of our lawyers that works for the company, Jill Mayer or Myers. The Mayor or Meyer? It's Jill. To me, she's Jill. But she's coming down, checking in the Ocean City tomorrow. And we're talking on the phone yesterday. And I was like, you sure you're checking in on Sunday? Like, it's always Saturday to Saturday.
Right.
And she goes, no, it's Sunday to Sunday. I was like, check that contract again. I said, because
Saturday.
it's usually Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday's transition day.
She gets back to me right away. She goes, I started thinking I made a mistake, but no, it does say Sunday to Sunday. Maybe it's a new trend. Because I'm thinking, why won't you do half and half? So like Josh said, he had traffic coming in. Why does it always have to be Saturday to Saturday with traffic?
Should be Sunday to Sunday, right?
Sunday to Sunday, she'll buzz right down and buzz right back.
Yeah. Frankly, you know what I would do if I lived somewhere else, knowing what I know now, I would actually get a contract for Thursday to Thursday.
That'd be even more better.
Yeah. All right, so we got a great show lined up today. First hour, we'll talk the Phillies and about the Sixers a little bit. The Harden saga continues, you should say. And Carl, have you been watching the Summer League?
Absolutely.
Because I have not been paying attention.
I have.
There's nobody on the Sixers that I want to see.
If you're not a basketball fan, it's boring. Actually,
I'm a basketball fan, but I want to see somebody I know.
A fan to the point where
Springer's the only one.
You usually know one or two players on the court. You're watching guys that you have no idea who they are.
All right. So hour 2, we'll do the Beach Patrol report at 11:15. We'll talk with former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol, John McShane, and he'll fill us in on all the events during the week. And of course, we have exclusive coverage and interviews with all the winners from the Beschen-Callahan Memorial Lifeguard races that were held last night in North Wildwood. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shore to Center City, and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, there's a new wind blowing at Maserati, the main line. The all-new Maserati Gregale midsize SUV has officially arrived. Stop by Maserati, the main line, located in Devon, PA, just minutes away from Center City, Philadelphia, to experience it for yourself. With class-leading space, advanced driving, and technology features, the Gregale makes every journey a thrilling experience. From your daily commute to weekend road trips, the Maserati Gregale elevates every moment into something truly special. Test drive the all-new Gregale for yourself and experience how it makes every day exceptional. Visit them online at motml.com or give them a call at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800. Ask for Michael Pileggi to schedule your test drive today. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein and Mike Carlin on 97.3 ESPN.
Today on ESPN Radio, we begin baseball's second half in New York City.
On its way, gone! A 3-run homer for Pete Alonso.
Can the struggling Mets get hot and make a run at October? They'll face the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are fighting for the top of the NL West.
Gone! Mookie Betts with the home run.
The Dodgers and Mets. Coverage begins today at 6:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
Listen to Major League Baseball on 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
With GMF financing to qualified buyers, excludes Corvette, excludes fire sales.
This is it. The time has come for Chevrolet's biggest sale of the year. It's exclusive employee pricing on new Chevys. Yes, you pay what we pay, not a penny more. And unlike many other dealers, Bennett doesn't charge over MSRP. In fact, you can even get a new Chevy at thousands below MSRP. And there's available 1.9% financing. Looking for used? Our selection's never been better. Right now, Bennett is paying a record $10,000 minimum for any clunker towards any pre-owned in stock. That's a minimum 10 grand for any rat trap, any way you can get it to our lot. Imagine how much we'll pay for a good trade. Plus, Bennett Chevy's non-commissioned sales team is paid on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. So there's never any hassles or pressure. July is jumping all month long at Bennett Chevrolet during our summer sell-down spectacular. Find new roads at Bennett Chevy, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN. Free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live right here at the Toms River Auto Group studio in Northfield. It's The Locker with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Henning, pushing the buttons, keeping us on the air. I want to remind people, get down to Blitz's Markets and say, The Locker Room sent me to get their 12 ounce of liquid sunshine, freshly squeezed orange juice in a bottle. Check it out. It's delish.
$3.99.
$3.99. It's $4.99 regularly. You say The Locker Room, you get it for $3.99. It's a deal. Get down to Blitz's right there on 21st and Asbury. Now, Carlin.
Does that qualify as really a big deal?
No. Now, that's the hoagie. It's really a big deal.
Hey, same people, though.
It is. Carlin. So I had lunch with Joe Pop. Went down to Randazzo.
Nice.
You know why? He has this cheesesteak that he makes with, I think it's got
the peppers?
No, well, he puts the ghost peppers on there, but he puts barbecue sauce on it.
Okay.
And he toasts the roll.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Totally.
He doesn't. It's not on the menu.
No,
but
there's so much stuff that we.
So
that's
I
not on the menu.
said to Joe, I said, "Where's that? Have you seen that Mike Carlin?" He said he hasn't seen you, but because he's taking a nap. You go in there, he's always taking a nap.
Yeah,
he takes a nap between 2 and 4.
We had dinner together. I want to say, he said he didn't see me. The other day we had dinner together. Yeah.
Well, no, he finally said you went in there.
Yeah.
Look, they've got great food, and that's why they've been around there for a long time.
Not just great food. I mean,
well, they're great people.
All that, but they're delivery people. Like you call, and I'm not going to say names, but
right.
You call people that it's not. They think nothing of telling you hour and 15 minutes,
right?
Hour and a half, hour.
Joe wants to get that pie to you quick.
You call them. I don't care if it's 6 o'clock on a Friday or a Saturday. 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and it's there. 20. It's not like they tell you just to hold you.
Right.
They have like 12 to 16 drivers on. When
Joe
that
knows.
order
Well,
comes
that's
out,
good. Joe knows Joe knows what he's doing. And of course, young Joe and Jack in there,
Jackson.
Mary Ann and Sylvia. Great family.
Jack's a big time actor.
I know he's
very
going to be
quietly that he doesn't tell people about.
He's shy. He's shy. Like he's like introverted.
Been on HBO. I mean, he's working his off, and I think in the next 2-3 years he's going to be a bigger name than we know right now.
All right, don't forget to check out the website, thelockerroombillyschweim.com. You follow me on Twitter at lockerroom973 and Instagram as well. Go to the website and you got the photo tab. You've got the interviews. We have our new columnist, Mike Doktorovitz. He writes 2 columns a week. He does a great job with that. And, of course, we're streaming live on the YouTube channel. You can check it out right there. All our advertisers are there. Andrew Leeds has done a great job with it. It's very interactive.
It is.
So, all right, let's talk a little. We alluded to the baseball All-Star game. I watched it after I got home from work. I turned it on and I watched the whole thing intently. I didn't like the uniforms, but I heard Josh talking about it on game night. Out of all the All-Star games, I think baseball is the best because it's the game that it resembles the game the most.
You still got to play, right?
You still got to play
the game the way it's supposed to be played.
It's an actual
It's
game.
not touch football. It's not open basketball.
Football's the
just go
worst.
score.
The NFL's got the worst All-Star.
Yeah.
Right. So you look, Zach Gallen started it off, and he's having a great year. He's from Bishop Eustace, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to school with his mother, Stacy Preet. But every single pitcher, I mean, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pitchers involved, and Kimbrel gets the save for the Phillies, and he's having a great year. The Philadelphia Phillies, with the manager managing the team, I got some good. We were complaining about there wasn't enough Phillies in representing the team. We're a team that's went to the World Series last year, and if the playoffs were to start the day of the All-Star game, they would have been in the playoffs.
We wanted more names.
But guess what? Because Robbie Thompson was the manager, it wasn't so bad because he was a Phillies manager.
Do you think he kept Kimbrel to close it out because he's a Philly?
Absolutely. Don't you?
I do too.
By the way, you ready for this? Did you know that Phillies managers are now 5-1 when they manage the All-Star game?
That's pretty good.
Good stat.
All right, let's talk about the game last night because Eliza Grace and I were on the beach.
8-3.
You said the game started at 6, and you liked that, right?
6:05, loved it.
Okay, we're going to get into the times. They had fireworks after the game last night, I believe.
You know what they're doing today?
What?
Today's a day-night game.
Today's the day-night doubleheader.
Doubleheader.
Yeah.
Day-night. They're going to play during the day, then they take a break, come back at night.
Schwarber led off. Turner took a collar 0 for 5. And the thing is, I caught a couple of his at-bats at the end. We went to Louie and Laura's house, Capelli, last night after the game because they live literally right there on 15th Street in North Wildwood, right on the beach. And we watched the game from like the 6th inning. When I got there, it was already 6-0, 6-1 or whatever. But Turner's at-bats would look – he's swinging at balls way out of the zone. He doesn't look comfortable up there. Do you think he's struggling? Do you think he's pushing too hard?
I think
Carlin?
he's pushing too hard. I really do.
What does he need to do? How can he maybe get a therapist or something to talk to somebody?
No, but sometimes you always hear, and it doesn't matter other than football because they only play 18 games. But this may be the time of year, like these next 2 weeks. Take off a couple games.
Sit back and watch.
Remember how Harding goes to Vegas?
Yeah.
I don't know where this guy goes, but just relax for a couple
He goes
days.
home. That's where he goes.
Yeah, good. So, but relax and come back fresh. Because you can't
Castellanos-
do that at the end of August going into September. You can do it now.
Nick Castellanos went 1 for 5. He's down. His average is down to 300. He's still, obviously he's still playing well, but his average is dropping. Harper's at 290. Real Muto, he hit a home run last night, didn't he? He hit his 11th, albeit in the 9th inning. He still got one. And then Bryson Stott, he's hitting 301. And you know what? So like we were talking, Louie and I were talking about this last night. He likes Bryson Stott, but in the National League East alone, you got three second basemen that are better than him. Albies, the kid Ariz from Miami, and then you got McNeil from the Mets.
I think the big picture with the Phillies guys is bad as I say our 5 leaders on the team in no particular order. You got Wheeler, Nola, Turner, Harper, JT. They're not playing up to where
They're
should
not
be
playing up to their expectations.
Excuse me. You got Haskins out all season that we didn't plan on. And I truly do believe that Borowski, when the time comes,
Dombrowski,
he's going to do what needs to be done to make this team. And I think once those 5 start playing, if we can just get to August, get through July and still be 1 or 2 games out, don't be 5 or 6. But if we're 1 or 2 going into August, I think we're going to be fine. We're not going to win our pennant.
You know, I
but we're going to make the playoffs if we play good.
Well, you think so? Because right now you look at the wild card, we're 3 out. We're 1.5 out, but we're 3.
You're about the same. You're in the same place basically last year.
Yeah. And next year is going to be easier than last year. Look at August schedule. 3/4 of the games are at home, and they're against teams that are under 500 as of right now. So we just got to get to August. I truly believe that these 5 All-Stars will start playing like All-Stars.
I hope you're right, Carlin, because last year a voice of reason. Now I'm starting to see here you're wavering in your voice. You're not convincing me.
We're gonna make the playoffs. Okay.
Because there's a lot of people that the Phillies are going to make the playoffs. I'm not so sure.
But what reason do you have? Like, give me a reason.
Because our big 5, like Mike Carlin, are not producing, and it doesn't look like they're comfortable. It doesn't look like we're not getting any power out of Harper. JT Realmuto, hit a home run in a game that really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But again, you didn't have Harper for half the year last year. Yep. Castellanos played like trash last year.
Okay.
Then they all came together.
And then they all eventually started finding themselves.
And you remember, guys, we got in the playoffs in the very
And by the
last
way,
day.
really quick, we got to stop getting on Harper about the power. Because you know what? Harper's still batting almost 300 on the year. Alec Boehm's leading a team in RBI. It's not like this team is complete trash. We got to stop talking about a team.
It's not about
that
our
has
team.
Almost 50 wins.
All right, but it's not
on
our
July
team.
15th. Like they're a trash baseball
But it's
team.
not our team. I'm looking at the teams that are ahead of us: Miami,
Well, make up
Arizona,
your
San
mind. Is it
Francisco,
the teams ahead
Cincinnati,
of us or is
Milwaukee.
the Phillies? You keep changing the goalposts
All right,
here.
well.
Is it the teams ahead of you or it's your team?
And I truly believe that those teams you just raffled off aren't going to be there at the end.
Okay.
Listen,
There's
there's
no
no
right
way,
now, Carlin.
There's no way you can tell me that just because the Brewers have won 2 more games this year, that they're a better baseball team.
All right.
Because they're not.
Or Miami.
Okay.
Miami's offense is trash.
All right,
you got a guy almost hitting 400, and their team has scored less runs this year than the Phillies. Think about how ridiculous that is.
I think in my mind, there's 2 teams we got to watch for the playoffs that I think are going to be there at the end.
Okay.
It's going to be Cincinnati and Arizona. I don't think they're going anywhere.
Because
So
Miami's schedule is supposed to be really difficult.
Miami has one of the hardest schedules in the second half of the year.
And ours isn't. That's what I'm saying. So I think we're going to jump over
I
Miami.
think the Phillies said, what was it, the 9th most difficult schedule in the first half or something like that?
Something like that.
All right, let me ask you about this. Let me change it a little bit. The decision last night to pitch Christopher Sanchez. Why didn't Nola or Wheeler start off against the Padres? This is a rematch of the NLCS last year. They've all had their rest. Why didn't Wheeler start, Carlin? Why didn't Robbie Thompson start their ace?
He had to know something that we didn't know, Bill. It's that easy.
Maybe there's something going on.
Yeah, he had to know something.
Will you give him an extra day rest?
I mean, it's the opening day of the series.
And you go with your 5th starter against a team that you played in the NLCS last year, who's got some major weapons.
He saw something that he didn't like. Maybe he saw how they've been batting coming in.
Tatis, Soto, Machado, Bogats. I mean, this is a team that has the same type of potential and power that the Phillies do. And they start off. Now, Christopher Sanchez has actually pitched really well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he's pitched really well for a 5th start. I mean, he's done a really good job. He went 5 innings. He only gave up 3 hits, 3 earned runs, struck out 5, threw 79 pitches, 50 for strikes. So he didn't have a bad game. But why did he get the start?
Again, we're going back. I don't know.
Josh, do you have an answer for that?
We got to call Thompson up and ask him.
I know Josh is opinionated.
Well, look, the Phillies seem to feel like that they needed to give Wheeler and Nola more days off. Now, I don't know.
But when you're in a race of this magnitude,
see, Billy, you're looking at it in a 1 or 2 or 3 game encapsulation.
Like the world's coming to an end this weekend.
Right.
The world's not coming to an end.
It's not coming to an end, but it is the end of July.
No, it's not.
Today's the 15th. It's half over, Josh. It's half over.
It's not. Look, here's the thing. The problem with baseball is a week-to-week, month-to-month proposition. You can't treat baseball like you do the NFL, where every week, every game is of major consequence.
All right. Well,
you're playing a team, guys, right now, the Padres, for the month of July.
Right.
You know they're the hottest team hitting, scoring runs.
Doesn't surprise me.
Number one in the league, the whole
Doesn't
National American
right.
League. They're averaging 6.5 runs a game right now for this month.
You know,
I mean,
they're
hitting the way they're supposed to be hitting,
right.
like we should be
Because
hitting.
the first half of the season, they underachieved.
Correct.
They're 44 and 47.
They got 4 or 5 stars, and they're all star. Last night, they all starred. They were all stars last night. They all hit home runs.
Okay. All right.
And by the way, the Padres have played poor almost the entire year.
They have.
They have struggled.
And there's rumors that there's some dissension in their locker room.
Guess who's pitching today for them?
Well, last night Darvish went.
Snell's tough.
He's their best pitcher.
He's their best pitcher.
Right. Snell, that's what I mean. So this very easily could be 0-4 coming into tomorrow.
Here's the number. On the year, according to ESPN's Power Index, the Phillies have had the third most difficult strength of schedule this season. Third.
Yeah.
Well,
and you have, what is it? 48. So you have 48 wins with the third most difficult strength of schedule according to ESPN's Power Index.
And our stars either hurt or not playing good. And we're still right in it.
Imagine if you had an easier schedule.
Well, you say Snell's their best pitcher, but he's 6-7, but he has a 2.85
He's got
ERA,
the best
which is pretty,
stuff.
He's got.
And when he goes up against our tough guy Walker, who arguably is one of our best pitchers, if not the best pitcher this year.
What do we always say? Who knows? No matter what the game is and what the sport is, Vegas knows.
Right?
You always
Yeah,
say
they
the
always
joke
know.
is. Okay,
All
guess today, San Diego -130, Philly +110. They have San Diego winning.
Okay.
By the way, so
Snell.
in Snell's last 5 starts, he has given up 2 runs or less in all 5 of them.
No, his ERA is
We
2.85.
better score 6-7 runs today.
All right. Hey, the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection, professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, with the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey, PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Hennick right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This week on Sunday Night Baseball.
Way back on its way. Shohei Ohtani wasting no time.
It's a showdown in the American League West. Shohei Ohtani and the Los Angeles Angels go head-to-head with Jose Abreu and the Houston Astros. The Angels and Astros on Sunday Night Baseball. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
This is the play-by-play home of Sunday Night Baseball, exclusively on 97.3 ESPN FM.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City is celebrating with a bang for our 5th birthday celebration. This summer, Ocean will be giving away over $5 million in gifts and prizes for Ocean Rewards members to celebrate. The celebration doesn't stop there. Experience weekly fireworks shows every Friday in birthday bar. Resort this summer. For the full lineup, visit theoceanac.com/5. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details.
Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass. Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now, you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text PLACE to 200-300 for your free consultation on top-quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right. You don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text PLACE to 200-300 right now. Text the word PLACE to 200-300. Don't wait. Text PLACE to 200-300.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Hennig producing the buttons, and Eliza Gray Schwein in the studio with me today, my assistant on the beach. She did a great job last night, Carlin.
She could be better than the interns we have. That's a joke, guys. If you're listening.
All right, don't forget that. Get down to Blitz's for your 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. They freshly squeeze orange juice. They put it in a 12-ounce bottle, and it's delicious. Unbelievable.
2 things we didn't talk about the Phillies.
Well, my next thing. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Because I want to talk to you about. There's an article in the Daily News because I get the paper. Attendance is up at the ballpark. I just want to read this to you.
Go ahead.
The average attendance is 39,589 fans. It's up more than 11,000 compared to this time last season. Across Major League Baseball, that's a 41% jump and is second only to the Cleveland Guardians. Overall, attendance is up nearly 9% across the league. 7 teams have had declines. The Brewers, the Nationals, the San Francisco Giants. This is a surprise. The Boston Red Sox with a decline in attendance. The Tigers, the Rockies, and the White Sox. Now, there's a couple of things you can attribute to the increase in attendance. One is
let me see if I have one.
Okay.
You went to the World Series last year.
Well, that's
I guarantee they had more season ticket people this year than they had last year.
That's right. They do.
Okay.
All right, ready? As a result, the average length of a 9-inning game is 2 hours and 38 minutes. Compared to last year, Carlin, 3 hours and 3 minutes.
You're saving 25 minutes a game. On average.
And they're starting the games, like you said earlier.
They're
starting the games earlier at 6:40.
Yeah, not
so
7:05 or 7:25. Yeah.
Now the only thing is the West Coast teams, those people, but they're used to that out there.
Yeah, who cares?
Well, look, no. See, I don't. You're right though. Why care? Because you shouldn't care. They had the Dodgers. The Dodgers start at 10 o'clock Eastern, which is 7 o'clock Pacific.
Right.
They're fine. Most Phillies fans are not watching a late night game. Most West Coast fans are not watching a Phillies game. So why do we care about their time?
I agree.
Another reason is that last year you only saw interleague squad play 20 times last year. This year you're seeing them 46 times. The Phillies play 46 interleague games this year.
I like.
Do you think that has anything to do with it?
I think less is more. Like I like it if you can really gear into. You only play 2 or 3 teams. that you usually don't play because then you can really look forward to it.
Right.
Now you're like you said, now they're playing too many of the opposite.
Yeah,
like, teams. It used to be a big deal when they say, hey, the Phillies are going to play Baltimore local,
right,
or the Yankees or Boston. Now it's like almost
we play the A's
once a
twice.
month we're playing somebody.
And look, I like playing the A's because we beat up on them. They stink. We've already played them 6 times this year.
Crazy.
Who cares about the A's? Like, I think interleague play kind of takes away from the World Series itself because that's the 2 different leagues. Right, Josh? You agree with that? 2 different leagues. And then you're not seeing as many teams. So you don't know until you get to the World Series what you have.
What I thought was really interesting this week, 3 things happened to me with baseball. And it all had to do with the Phillies. First, you got the Hall of Fame next week. You know, so they're already starting to talk about Scott Rowland. Does he belong? Does he not belong? You got that. You also talk about Harper's getting closer being on the field.
Right.
They were hoping for this weekend. Now it looks like he's going to be pushed back to probably next week.
Because he got hit.
First, he's going to be on first base. But the other thing, this blew my mind. What if I tell you that the schedule for baseball is already out for next year?
Yeah, I saw
How
that.
did they do that?
Right.
Basketball's not even scheduled. I mean, we open up in 2 months. We don't even know where we're going in basketball.
Right.
Hockey, just football, I get it. You have to wait to the end of the year to see who wins it. How do they do baseball halfway through the season already for next year? I don't know how you do that.
I don't remember.
And some of the road games are really, like I heard Mike Gill talking about, there's like 5 really good, fun road games if you want to go to. But my thing was, this season's not halfway over, and they're already telling us where they're playing next year.
Ratings are up also on the TV. And NBC Sports Channel, local sports channel, NBC Sports Philadelphia. Their ratings are up. The Phillies are averaging 4.8 household rating. That's at 148,000 households a night.
I think that all is last year, knowing that we have who we had coming back, and I think people are thinking like me and Josh, and I think you a little bit, that this is a really good team. It's just a matter of time until they put it all
I
together.
believe it's a really good team. They're underachieving. Sometimes you just can't get out of a funk.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, you know what I mean? I mean,
but they will.
All right.
That's teams that can't get out of a funk are typically younger teams that haven't been there before. You got too many what I call seasoned veterans on this team.
Right.
They're not going to let this year just go. And I do believe in our management that's going to bring in the right guys, whether it's maybe just be one guy, but that one guy could change everything. And I believe they'll do that.
Josh, I always like to get your opinion on that. As far as the ratings, here's another thing. You guys, when I ride my bike home from work at night, I go down the boardwalk from 15th Street because I get back on the boardwalk and ride the boardwalk at night. Yeah. I can see in the people's houses, a lot of people have the Phillies game on. I can see what they're watching on TV, and they have the Phillies game on.
See, I'm conflicted on this because on one hand, the baseball All-Star game had its worst viewership numbers ever in history. But it was still almost quadruple the viewership of the Victor Wembanyama game that everyone was acting like was the must-watch event
you have to watch it.
Of the summer, right?
I left the point early just to go home and watch that first game.
It's like,
that was a mistake.
I believe it was 1.9 million people watched Victor Wembanyama. 7.1 million people watched the All-Star game. But yeah, more people talked about the All-Star game about Wembanyama than the All-Star game.
Right.
So
that's because he's 7'5".
Well, no. That's not the reason why. The reason why is because we have a society of people who are hearing but not listening anymore. We all have these smartphones in our hands. And how many times are people on their phone while watching a game now? You can't go to a game. You can't watch a game with your friends. You can't be at a party if someone's not on their phone at some point. And I think the problem is that it doesn't matter how many people are watching. Not everyone is consuming the content. I mean, for goodness sake, how many times have I come in here to, on a Monday and throughout the week? We're talking about the Eagles, right? All week long, right? Eagles, see, by the way, 10 days away for training camp.
Right.
Let's go. Okay. But guess what? How many times, Mike, remember you watched that Monday night game with me when the Eagles lost to Washington?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember Mike texted me, Billy, a couple days later. Mike would be like, what are these people watching? Like, did these people watch the game? Every Eagle fan will tell you, of course I watch the game, but they're not absorbing.
Well, you guys are
what
watching.
They're watching
you guys
it as
are
a
watching,
fan. There's
but
a
you were
difference.
watching it at a bar too. And a lot of
But
times,
Carlin and I saw more than they did.
Yeah, but we're
people that watch games in the bar.
We're watching it and we're studying the game.
Right.
There's a difference between watching it and studying and watching it as a fan.
But
Just
you're doing it because you're on the
hoping that they win.
radio, Mike. But fans, I think fans that go to
But
watch.
but that's the issue with the viewership. How can we take the viewership seriously?
Right. I see what you're saying.
If guess what? Back in 2019, the U.S. Women's National Final had 16 million people watching. I don't even know anyone who watched the game. So, are people watching, or are they just putting it on the television and doing other things?
Well, once again, I think that people that are generally at bars watching games are there for the atmosphere at the bar, not actually honing in. I mean, when you score a touchdown or hit a home run, they go.
That's
nuts.
why I'm saying I don't know what to do with the ratings anymore.
Well, no, Bill, you just made a great point. It just made me think about it. And people ask me all the time. I'd rather be if it's a big game, if it's a Super Bowl.
I want to be home in front of my house.
I want to be
in front of my.
I don't want
house.
people around me. I don't want to be at someone's house that I don't know. People walking in front of the TV, and they're more worried about what we're serving for food.
Right.
I watch the
game.
If it's not that big of a game, I like being out with other people because then it's just a fun time.
But the atmosphere, like when I told you that Eliza Grace and I, after the Longport Memorials, went over to the greenhouse, we're hanging out. Remember when was it who hit the home run? Pache. In the top of the night.
Crazy.
Place went nuts. And you saw us when we were yesterday's last year, right?
And there were people that watched that home run, women, guys, that weren't even true baseball fans,
right?
But just saw the uniform. They didn't even know who he was. But he hit a home run and he won the game. They're excited.
It happens all the time.
And I love that. Look, and there's always something to be said for being at the game, because when I talk to people and they say I was at this game or I was at that game. Matter of fact, last night I was at, like I said, we were at Laura and Louis Capelli's house last night. We met the neighbors. He was telling me he was at that 1980 game when Bob Boone dropped the ball and Pete Rose caught it. You were there. You remember that stuff forever. That stuff you don't forget. Being at the game is
totally different.
Totally different experience.
You don't even have to be a true sport. I mean, my wife's she likes sports, but she's not going out of her way to watch the sport on TV.
Right.
But if I say I got tickets, I'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally different because it's a whole atmosphere.
Like, you know what I remember when I was there when Victorino hit that grand slam off of CC Sabathia and the Milwaukee Brewers? Something I'll never forget.
That's why I'm saying though, we gotta take all these numbers with a grain of salt and try to figure out, are people watching or are they just leaving their TV on? I'm just saying.
Well, as long as we beat the Mets.
We're gonna beat the Mets.
As long as we finish higher than those stinking Mets, I'll be happy.
A lot of money they're paying out.
I know, right? Can you imagine paying all that money and underachieving? Like, we're talking about the look, you look at the lineup for the San Diego Padres, Tatis, Soto, Machado. I mean, they've got
Sanchez.
They got some power.
They got 5 bona fide stars there.
Right. And they're 44 and 47 right now. And they're
playing. They're playing now.
I got a little news for you.
All right. Breaking news.
Did you see the Phillies lineup for today?
I have it right here.
Guess who's making his debut?
Oh, is it our boy? They called up.
They called up Rojas yesterday. Yeah. He's got his start in center field today.
Ooh.
Your starting lineup for today: Kyle Schwarber at DH, not in the field. Billy,
yeah, how about
that makes Billy happy.
So we'll see.
Trey Turner in the 2-hole. Castellanos 3. Alec Boehm is your 4 slot. Leads the team in RBI. We should note. Real Muto 5. Ellis 6. Sosa 7. Marsh 8. Rojas 9. Going against the lefty Snell. So Bryce Harper will not play game 1 of the doubleheader.
Let me ask you this question, Josh.
That's a good team. I'm telling you.
Do you
guys,
think
that's a good team?
Obviously, Dombrowski and the powers to be at the front office. Did they tell Robbie Thompson who to play today? Or is that Robbie Thompson?
We talked about that.
Right. We talked about it before.
I want to hear what you. I want to hear if you.
It hasn't changed.
It hasn't changed. The front. This is all across baseball. The front office meets with the manager, and it's not even Dombrowski. It's actually Sam Folt. People don't know Sam Folt's the GM. Sam Fold played in for the Rays for almost a decade, basically. And they was in the Rays front office. They tell Thompson, all right, here's the lineup we want to start the game out with. Here are the different scenarios that we want to review with you so we could all discuss, Billy,
right,
what we're going to do, who's going to come into the game at what point, what matchups we like. Like, for example, I'm sure someone was sitting there saying, we're not going to play Bryson Stott in game 1 of this game because of Blake Snell, because the numbers say that he's not as good against Snell.
First hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number 1. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
You haven't downloaded the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app? Well, go get it now to follow all the Philly sports teams at 97.3ESPN.com. Powered by First Bank of Sea Isle City.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number 1.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Ever since we got Xfinity Mobile, the whole family now has the fastest mobile service. My little brother has no idea how lucky he is. Back in my day, we didn't have it nearly as good.
Oh yeah? Back in my day, you couldn't even stream outside the house.
Please, back in my day, we had phones with cords, and they were mounted to a wall.
Forget phones. Back in my day, we wrote letters. Remember, Herman?
Your grandmother would write me pages.
Vintage tech. Cool.
Free from the big 3 and switch to Xfinity Mobile, the fastest mobile service and millions of Wi-Fi hotspots. Save hundreds a year on your wireless bill and get 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line per month. Visit your local Xfinity store to learn more. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Unlimited intro service and Xfinity Internet required. Compares lowest price 5G plans of top 3 carriers. Taxes and fees extra. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of usage. Data thresholds may vary. Comcast analysis on mobile Wi-Fi and cellular data from Ookla Speed Test Intelligence in Q1 2023.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, Josh Henning, Elijah Gray Schweim in the house in the studio today. Hey, if you're watching us on the StreamYard on YouTube channel, my website, thelockerroombillyschweim.com, I'm holding up a new edition of the Jersey Man magazine, summer edition, Taste of the Shore. Check it out. Also, don't forget to get down to Blitz's Market at 21st and Asbury for your 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. Mention the locker room sent you, and you get $1 off. It's $4.99 for 12 ounces. You mention the locker room, you get it for $3.99. And trust me, you will love it. Come here, AG, real quick. Tell me how much do you love the freshly squeezed orange juice?
It's amazing because it's right from the orange.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, you can't.
Can't pay that.
You can't pay for that. All right. Hour 1 is in the books. Hour 2, Carlin, we're gonna talk a little 76ers with you.
Sixers, lifeguarding.
And then, of course, we have the Beach Patrol Report brought to you by the McCann Realtors of Seattle City and the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association. We were down there on the beach last night at the 54th Beschen-Callahan Memorial Lifeguard Races in North Wildwood. We'll have interviews with the winners of the races, and we'll get some reaction. We'll talk with former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol, John McShane, and he will give us an update on all the other races that went throughout the week. All that and more, Carlin, coming up in the locker room on a hot Saturday. The locker room with Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, Josh Henning, Elijah Gray Schweim, 97.3 ESPN, and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
Here's what you missed on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
It's not to say that it hasn't worked, because they're a lot better now than when the whole process became known to everybody with Sam Hinkie and everybody else. They said, trust the process. Joel Embiid is going to be the center point of the progress. That became his nickname. Exactly, yeah, and he lived up to it. I'm not leaning into hot sauce, but he leaned into the process because he knew it was either going to rise or fall based on his success, based on if he had failure with the Philadelphia 76ers. So I'm with you in terms of that, with the organization failing him, and yeah, there has to be accountability. But maybe we should have seen this coming, because that's what desperate organizations do. When they want to matter, they feel they have to matter. They want to matter sooner than later, and they have the process, but then they don't take time to see it through.
97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Why would someone looking for a mortgage at the Jersey Shore take a loan from a company in Detroit or North Carolina or some other far-off place? Online mortgages promise a lot, but don't always deliver. First Bank of Sea Isle City knows the Jersey Shore. We are local lenders. We use local appraisers and provide in-house processing. We understand the unique obstacles of financing in Cape May County. Don't take a chance. Local banking is better. Let us guide you. First Bank of Sea Isle City.
Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Hey, this is Josh from 97.3 ESPN. If your air conditioning isn't keeping you cool, or if you're worried about sky-high electric bills, I recommend you call Jenkins Plumbing and Heating today about a new system from American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, or a Mitsubishi ductless system. Take advantage of financing of up to $15,000 from South Jersey Gas or Atlantic City Electric. New AC system can save you 25 to 35% on your AC bill. Call Jenkins at 609-641-6440, online at jenkinsandsons.com.
Summertime, baseball and golf season are in full swing, plus so much more. BetParx is an official betting operator of the PGA Tour. It's a great time of year. Plus, the BetParx Casino and Sportsbook app follows you to the shore and the mountains. Get in on the action all summer long, whether you're on the beach, the boat, or the boardwalk. Bet while you're on the lake and the Poconos. BetParx has you covered. It's all right in the palm of your hand. Odds, bets, slots, and games. Download the BetParx Casino and Sportsbook app right now. Check out live in-game betting, same-game parlays, teasers, and more. Bet more than the score. Bet player performances. Bet hits, home runs, and strikeouts in baseball. All new users bet $10 and get $125 in sportsbook bonus if your first bet wins. Get in on the action all summer long. BetParx has you covered. BetParx.com has terms and conditions. New users and winning bets only. Sports bonus bet must be wagered once. See website for details. Must be 21 in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, or Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey. This is 97.3 ESPN, home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
He is hit. He stumbles. He's down.
WENJ HD Millville, Atlantic City.
Set. Red 83.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Hennick, and my daughter, Elijah Gray Schwein here in the studio. Beautiful Saturday, Carlin. You going to hit the beach afterwards, after the show? I'm hitting the beach. AG and I are going to go swimming. The water's been beautiful. AG, you going to go swimming?
Of course I am. Why wouldn't I?
That's right. Stupid question.
Stupid question. Love it when the waves are big. The waves were huge last night. It was like a washing machine, but they were big swells coming in, and it really when
So
Mother
that's harder for everybody.
Oh yeah, but it makes it so much more exciting.
Do you think the boats go faster when the waves are
On the
like,
way
like
in?
if you catch a good wave, you can just go?
That's right. You bow to, it's called.
I got to get that one.
And guess what? On the way out, tremendously difficult. On the way in, if you can catch a wave, it could decide the race.
So you could be like in third place and catch a
And-
good
and
wave
just
and
blow
jump right in.
Blow right by everybody.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
That would be fun.
Hey, listen, on the phone line right now with me is a guy that I've known a long time, and we go head to head. He's a Mets fan. We call him Mr. Met, and we're going to make him sing the song. We'll see. But Jeff Dowling, Mr. Met, is on the line. Good morning, Jeff Bo. Jeff, you there?
Have him?
Yeah, can you hear me?
There we go. I got you now.
Okay.
How you doing, Mr. Met? What's on with the Mets now?
No. Let's how's the doopy do?
The doopy doo's doing great. She really did a great job last night being my assistant at the Beschen-Callahan Memorial Lifeguard races in North Wild. We had a great time.
That's awesome. You know, Billy, she sounds great on the radio. She's got a radio voice, and she's got a face for TV.
She does,
unlike you.
Now, Mr. Met, I'm glad you called in today because I got something for you. You're Mets. I actually feel bad for you, even though I still owe you. So, Carlin, Jeff Dowling and I have a running bet that every time the Mets and the Phillies play, we bet the series. Okay. So whoever wins the bet
series
owes a lunch. As of right now, I owe Jeff Dowling one lunch.
Okay.
But because
all the other series are all paid up.
Yeah, they're all paid up.
Nice.
And I've owed, actually, Jeff, I'm in the hole. I've probably bought you the last 2 or 3 lunches, correct?
Yeah, you have.
So even though
you'd rather owe it to me than cheat me out of it, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. But since I feel so bad for your Mets, I got a new bet for you.
Okay, I'm listening.
All right.
What you got?
So Jeff Bo, if your Mets beat my Phillies in the end, at the standings in the end of the year, instead of me and for all the series, we'll put them all. We'll combine them for the series for the season series.
Yeah, I think we play each other. 2 more times.
2 more times. If you win the season just head to head, instead of me owing you lunch, how about you come in and sit with me for 2 hours in the studio?
How about you let me come in and sit with you for a couple hours in the studio and you buy me lunch?
No way. You can't have it both ways.
I'll be there for the noon, right up to noon. So, I could do a breakfast sandwich.
Now, hey, listen, you got to get down I know you've supported us before when Blitz's advertises with. You got to get down to Blitz's Market in Ocean City. They have 12 ounces, Jeff, of freshly squeezed orange juice. And if you mention the locker room, if you mention the locker room, you get $1 off.
I heard that. Listen, I do the Blitz's subs, the
right.
Italian,
Yeah.
in the during the football season.
$5, yeah.
That's a great deal.
Of course, Dave and Joe Newman do a great job down there. But I got to tell you,
know what? Those sandwiches aren't little either.
Yeah, I had the bacon, egg, and cheese today on the way in. Dave made it.
Oh, they're fantastic.
But
yeah.
So are we on for this bet, Jeff? I'm not paying you both. I feel bad for you, Jeff. Your Mets stink.
Oh,
what do you win?
No, I am a Mets fan, and we couldn't win our way out of a wet paper bag.
What do I win? The fact that I don't have to. He doesn't come in the studio.
Yeah.
Because could you imagine, Mike, if he wins and he comes in all he's going to do is talk about who? I'll lose half of my listening audience about. People don't want to talk about the Mets.
You know what's really neat? So I was
Billy, you'll pick up all of my friends.
Yeah, all three of them.
So I was at yesterday's yesterday. That sounds funny. I was at yesterday, and I'm sitting in the back, and this guy walks up that my friend knew, and they said, "Oh, this is Mike from Broadleys. His nickname is Mr. Met." And in my head, I'm thinking, wait a minute. Now there's two Mr. Mets right here in the Ocean City.
No, there's only one Mr. Met.
And this guy grew up in Long Island,
right?
Travels all over, but like his true vacation time is going to Met games,
right?
Home and away and stuff like that. And I'm like, you two got to get together. In my mind, I'm thinking these guys.
No, absolutely.
These guys got to.
Listen, I like nostalgia. We talk from time to time about some of the favorite games and some of the favorite memories of sports. Who's your favorite Met of all time, Jeff?
Mine?
Yeah, who's your favorite Met?
I've always loved Rusty Staub.
Rusty Staub.
Just a classic hitter. I mean, he when he was younger, he just hit the ball all over the place. He started hitting home runs, and
Rusty
he was
Staub.
awesome.
That's a good one. That's a good one. One thing that I see now, with the advent of social media, we have our phones with us, and you watch Instagram and on Facebook. There's this video that keeps surfacing once in a while, and I think it's the '86 Mets. So they beat Boston in the World Series, and you see that ball go through Buckner's legs. It's like, and you see Ray Knight jumping, hitting the plate, and the Mets went nuts, and that's something that always stand out in my mind, even though.
Oh, the emotions that I had. I had just graduated high school, and I'm sitting on the couch with my mom, R.I.P. mom, and we're sitting there watching, and we had already tied the game, and the ball got dribbled right down the first base line, and it went between his legs, but I'm on my knees. I had fallen to the ground in front of the couch. I'm going, no, another inning.
Right.
And then the ball went between his legs, and I think the dent is still in the ceiling.
All right, Jeff. So we're on our bet. Is our bet valid?
We are on like Donkey Kong, brother.
All right. So when I see you in the parking lot on Monday, we'll shake hands and consummate the deal. All right.
Well, I don't know about consummate, but we'll shake hands.
Jeff, I think the more important question is that, are we talking like, Atari Donkey Kong or like Nintendo Donkey Kong?
The excitement, just when I'm old school, just when you're putting in that quarter and you hear that music, we're
doing arcade Donkey Kong. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That very, very beginning when, you're getting ready to play it. Yeah.
Billy, your favorite arcade game was what?
Pac-Man. Pac-Man.
Was yours Pac-Man?
Yeah.
My favorite of all time was the submarine one.
Oh, yeah.
You had to do it, and you had to time it that came and hit.
I love that one,
I used
too.
to love that one.
Yeah, I love that one. Well, when Scott gets
there was a game like Donkey Kong, but it was called Popeye. And instead of a gorilla, it was Brutus. And you had to save olive oil.
That's great.
Oh, jeez. Well, hopefully, hopefully the Playland arcade is being renovated, rebuilt, and hopefully Scott will have all the games back in there, and we'll have that open up soon.
Hey, put that up on the 97.3 question. What's your favorite?
What's your favorite?
And then I want to know a question from Doopy Doo. I want to know the answer. What's her favorite ride here at Playland?
What's your favorite ride at Playland, AJ?
The Gale Force.
Oh, the Gale Force.
Oh,
I've never been on that.
Oh, I can't go on it because of my neck.
I've never been on that.
Yeah,
we should all go on with our shirts, with our locker room
Carlin.
shirts on. Huh?
Carlin, your toupee would fall off.
All right, get out of here, Mr. Met. We'll talk to you on Monday. There he is, Jeff Dowling on the Maserati the Mainline Sports Hotline. Get rid of your toupee. You'll lose your
Doesn't
toupee.
look that bad. God,
No, you don't have a toupee. All right.
Hey, famous Met for me of all time, Dwight Gooden.
Dwight Gooden.
Dwight Gooden.
How about Darryl Strawberry?
Him too.
Darryl Strawberry.
Like,
Did he talk at the
Tabernacle? We had him at
in Ocean
Tabernacle
City?
last year.
Jeff, Josh, who's your favorite Met?
Wow. I mean,
you got to think about it.
I mean, there's a few different
There's a lot.
guys.
So many great guys.
There's a lot. Tom Seaver. I mean, if you
Tom
go back
Seaver,
before his
yeah.
day, Tom Seaver and stuff.
I mean, my first instinct would be, you know what? I'm going to go with Al Leiter.
Al Leiter?
Al Leiter and John Franco.
I spent a lot of
John
time-
Franco. There's another one.
I spent some quality time with Al Leiter.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Let's get him on the show.
Yeah, his son played for the national for the state tournament against Cole Vanisice.
Yeah.
in
Oh, is that
baseball.
right?
I sat right next to Al.
Oh, how about
And then
that?
his nephew played for the Phillies.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, Carlin. I don't want to go too much longer, but what's going on with James Harden? I mean, there's so many rumors, but just off the top of your shiny head,
Well, in the very beginning, we all thought it was done deal going to Houston.
Right.
I'll talk fast.
he looks like he wants to go to Clippers.
Then that fell through. Then it was the Clippers. If that was going to be done, it still may be done. If as true Sixers fan, you want it to be done,
right?
Because what they're going to ship us, we're only going to have for a year. Contracts are going to be over. I don't know if that's even going to happen. What I think is going to happen is he's going to be forced to come back, which he's not going to really want to, but they'll build it up in marketing that this is the right thing to do and all that. And I think the very first time a good team, a great team, not a good team, a great team that has 2 or 3 players that they're shooting for the title,
Right.
that one of them gets hurt, he'll go to that team.
All right. So you hear there's a difference in the verbiage or the way they vernacular, the way they say it. He's not demanding a trade; he's requesting a trade.
That's
Is there any?
BS.
I mean, that's
No,
they're splitting hairs.
When you say you want out, you want out.
One out.
Okay,
Well, look, there's some clarity that needs to be thrown in here really quick. Number one, the reporting is out there that Harden and Morey's relationship is soured.
Right.
And that's the reason why he doesn't want to be here anymore. Apparently, he still loves Embiid. He still loves Maxey. He still loves to be here, but he feels like Morey let him down. That basically Morey chose the company over him. And to me, if you're a Sixer fan, Billy, like you should be happy that Daryl Morey is not letting his friendship with James Harden get in the way of doing his best for the organization. And that's why it's taking so long to make this trade, because Morey is not going to trade James Harden for a bag of basketballs. He's trying to get the highest value.
He doesn't owe him anything.
And that's why, for example, Carlin, you mentioned the Clippers deal that people keep talking about with expiring contracts. Morey doesn't want the expiring contracts. He wants to flip those contracts somewhere else to get someone else. And that's why he's playing the long game, because, again, how many Sixer fans would have believed you could have traded Ben Simmons for James Harden? Well, Harden has more value right now than Ben Simmons did when they traded him, right, Bill?
I got to say, the Sixers aren't in a good spot right now.
No,
They are really in a bad,
and they're
precarious
being
spot.
worse when he walks out
That's
the
right.
door.
That's right.
Well, it depends on who you get in return
And
for.
the Sixers don't have a first round draft pick until what, 28?
Well, I mean, the first round pick thing is
And I also I think that
Still, Josh, it still remains a fact that they don't have a pick.
But Billy, how many first round picks can you name who have actually been anything?
LeBron James.
no, I mean,
for
for
the
us,
Sixers.
for us,
For the Sixers.
for
Hey, Allen Iverson.
going back in time.
It's one guy out of what, 25 years?
Yeah.
I mean, Tyrese Maxey's a really good player, but I mean, aside from Iverson and Embiid, who are the Sixers drafted of relevance?
All right, we got to move on. Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, getting ready for a night in Venice. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. When I was down at Circle Liquor Store this week, I talked with Billy. He's been there for a long time. And Jason, he's out in the truck delivering. They do a great job. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. All right, when we return, it'll be the Beach Patrol Report brought to you by McCann Realtors of Sea City and the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This week on Sunday Night Baseball.
Way back, on its way. Shohei Ohtani wasting no time.
It's a showdown in the American League West. Shohei Ohtani and the Los Angeles Angels go head-to-head with Jose Abreu and the Houston Astros. The Angels and Astros on Sunday Night Baseball. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
This is the play-by-play home of Sunday Night Baseball, exclusively on 97.3 ESPN FM.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Men and Philly Men magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details.
Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass. Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now, you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text PLACE to 200-300 for your free consultation on top-quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right. You don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text PLACE to 200-300 right now. Text the word PLACE to 200-300. Don't wait. Text PLACE to 200-300.
Your luxury BMW experience is closer than you think. Take advantage of exceptional savings at BMW of Atlantic City. Stop in and shop your favorite models, including the new BMW 2 Series, X3, and more. We're sure to have a vehicle that fits your needs. And with Acceleride, purchase your vehicle online and we'll deliver it to you. Looking to trade? Top dollar for your current vehicle. Experience luxury today at BMW of Atlantic City, closer than you think, in Egg Harbor Township. Shop our complete inventory online at bmwatlanticcity.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Towns River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. The Locker Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Hennick pushing the buttons, and Elijah Gray Schwein is with me here in the studio as my assistant during the Beach Patrol races. We cover the Beach Patrol races. Last night we were down at the Beschen-Callahan Memorial Lifeguard races in North Wildwood. So now it's time for the Beach Patrol Report brought to you by McCann Realtors of Sea City, 4111 Landis Avenue. Knowledge, experience, integrity, and dedication. For rental and sales, call 263-7422, or go online at McCannRealtors.com, where you can also keep up with all the South Jersey Lifeguard news and racing schedules, and by the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association. Right now, let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome into the locker room former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol, a longtime friend of ours, John McShane. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Bill, Mike, and Josh, everybody there.
And how about Eliza Grace? Don't forget her. It's my assistant.
Oh, yeah, Eliza Grace. Sorry.
You can see her face as we stream live on the YouTube channel. But, John, last night we were down at the Beschen-Callahan's, and I got to tell you, they did a great job at North Wildwood. Chief Savarini, Chief, I always get his name wrong. I want to make sure I say it properly, because I always have a way of butchering names. Chief Bill Savarelli did a great job down there last night, John.
Yes, that is 50 plus years now for that race.
54
dedicated, 54 in honor of the two guards who they lost their lives
in Vietnam, right?
In Vietnam, serving our country.
Yeah,
and I think it's a great tribute. And of course, lifeguard events are very patriotic. I think the Margate Memorials, of course, was started to commemorate the veterans of World War II. So the Beschen-Callahan is one of the special races of the season, and I'm glad you guys got to take it in.
Now, last night I brought my assistant with me. Eliza Grace was with me down there, and this is coming from an 8-year-old. Eliza Grace, step up to the mic here. How exciting was that race last night?
It was so much fun. I heard the crowd go wild.
Wasn't the races themselves exciting?
Yeah.
John, I'm telling you, the size of the crowd down there last night was unbelievable, Mike. And she, the competition was so fierce. The waves were huge last night. Mother Nature, John, we've talked about this several times. When Mother Nature plays its role in these races, it really makes for a challenging race.
Oh, without a doubt. And it obviously it gives the competitors, men and women, an opportunity to show off their skills. And we're in mid-July now, and some of these men and women have been at it since early May, getting ready for these races. I did get a look at the surf last night up here in Ocean City, and could tell it was going to be a fun night for racing, because it was pretty big up here late in the evening. And this is the heart of it right now, Bill. This week alone, this past week there were several events, and we've got several events coming up this coming week.
All right. Well, during the week, I believe Tuesday, July 11th was the Longport Women's Invitational. John, do you have some of the results for that?
I've got the overall winner was the Longport women's team. Ocean City won the surf dash relay, and there were a couple of other events. And of course, that follow up on the men winning their event last Friday evening. So the hometowns have been winning. Brigantine won their.
I was going to say then on Thursday, July 13th was the Chief Bill Kahn Lifeguard Invitational in Brigantine, and that was a big race.
That's right. And you know what? That is a race that is usually mostly the Beschen Island teams, as well as Brigantine, of course. But they also had Lavalette. We know the guys from the Calcino brothers from Lavalette. They always come down for the Gaudies. They were down. And a team from Ship Bottom was also there. But for the first time that I can remember in a bit, Ocean City competed over there and brought home a third-place trophy, Lavalette getting second.
I hear the Ocean City doubles crew is the Oves brothers?
Yes. Yes.
So they got some lineage there.
They do.
I mean, let's face it, their grandfather was a great rower for Ocean City back in the day.
Their grandfather, Chris Oves, Joe Sheffer, they're all cousins.
Right.
Billy Bowman, when he was a guard, was an outstanding
Billy Bowman.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So, but it was interesting at the Brigantines, the Beschen Island crews, Ventnor, Longport, Margate, Atlantic City, and Brigantine, they swept the rowing events. But Ocean City and Lavalette did not score in the rowing event, but they still managed to get a second and third overall. So
about that?
It shows you, they're strong in the paddle races. They're strong in the swim races. What we got for this week coming up, now this Wednesday, the 19th, will be the Ocean City Women's Tournament, and that'll include everybody in the South Jersey Chiefs Association. And Bill, they're going to put rowing back in it. It was not in it last year, but the women's doubles will be making a reappearance this year. And you and I had talked about this Friday night. It was the AC Classic.
And don't forget the David Kurt Memorials. That's where I'll be. Actually,
Right.
I made the decision. I think there are more beach patrols participating in that race than there will be in the Atlantic. Unless Atlantic City Classic have the beaches like Lavalette, the northern beaches.
Yeah. Now, it's interesting because that is normally the time when everybody in South Jersey Chiefs Association sees each other for the first time.
Right.
North, South, AFC, NFC, right? Coming together for the first time. However, with the Kerr Memorials being Friday night the last couple of years, the same night, we're still going to be in two places. So the first time everybody will get to see each other will be the Dutch Hoffmans in Wildwood in a couple weeks.
We'll be broadcasting live from the beach on Friday, July 28th in Wildwood for the Dutch Hoffman Memorial Lifeguard races. Now, John, we're going to start playing some, we're going to get the results to the Beschen-Callahan Memorial races, and you're going to stay with us through the break. But I got a chance to talk to a bunch of people down there last night. Of course, I talked to Chief Bill Shav from North Wildwood, and the competition, the Southern Beaches, John, Upper Township, Jimmy Nielsen, James Garoth, Sea Isle City, Danny Rogers, Pat Scanapicio, Avalon, Gary Nagel, and Dave Gillian. Stone Harbor came in first place in the doubles. John, the waves, like it was just like it was a washing machine out there. But Dennis Bakey and Tom Lake actually won first in a photo finish. They came in. Matter of fact, I thought, from my vantage point, that Sea City had won the doubles, only to find out when they read the score that Stone Harbor won that. And of course, you got James Kimmery and Michael Rebar, and then from North Wildwood. Wildwood was Kanan Noon and Brandon Joyce, and then Wildwood Crest. We all know that crew of Pat Bakey and Jake Klecko. It was a tough race, but Stone Harbor won, John.
Well, yes, and I think that's a great thing because the Stone Harbor teams over the years, they've had some, I'll say, flashes of brilliance, but have never really put it together. So maybe this is their year that they can become a contender if they have a swimmer. They're in the hunt because don't forget, by the time we get to Margates and the Jerseys, there's only 3 events.
Eric Wolf, Grisbaum didn't swim last night for Avalon, and apparently he will qualify. What do you have to have, 45 days, John, on the beach?
I believe it's 6 weeks, 5 days a week, immediately prior to your event.
They say he's going to qualify, but he just wasn't there last night. But anyway, I interviewed Dennis Bakey and Tom Lake after the race because I thought that CL had won the doubles, but here they are when we interviewed them last night.
Hey, we were talking.
It's the closeness, you guys, Mike and John, the closeness of the beach patrols down south. You heard a lot of these guys are from Delaware County. They all know each other, and that makes for great racing. John McShane, you there? All right. So yeah, so great for the races as they fight for supremacy along the beaches. All right, we're going to continue with the Beach Patrol Report, brought to you by McCann Realtors of Sea Isle City and the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association. We'll remind people, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Stores offer the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, getting ready for a night in Venice. Let's chat with the staff. Make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. There is a new wind blowing at Maserati of the main line. The all-new Maserati Gregale midsize SUV has officially arrived. Stop by Maserati, the main line, located in Devon, PA, just minutes away from Center City, Philadelphia, to experience it for yourself. With class-leading space, advanced driving, and technology features, the Gregale elevates every moment into something truly special experience. From your daily commutes to weekend road trips, the Maserati Gregale is the best ride around. Test drive the all-new Gregale for yourself and experience how it makes every day exceptional. Visit them online at motml.com or give them a call at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online at motml.com. Ask for Michael Pileggi to schedule your test drive today. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more with the Beach Patrol Report right here in the locker room on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Coming up on Monday's show, we'll recap the Phillies weekend against the San Diego Padres. We are getting closer to Eagles training camp and the latest news on James Harden. All that, the weekend recap and more. Mike McGarry joins me at 2:45. It's the Sports Bash Monday.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
With GMF financing to qualified buyers, excludes Corvette, excludes fire sales.
This is it. The time has come for Bennett Chevrolet's biggest sale of the year. Bennett's Summer Sale Down Spectacular. First off, you get Bennett's exclusive GM supplier employee pricing on new Chevys. Yes, you pay what we pay, not a penny more. And unlike many other dealers, Bennett doesn't charge over MSRP. In fact, you can even get a new Chevy at thousands below MSRP. And there's available 1.9% financing. Looking for used? Our selection's never been better. spectacular. Right now, Bennett is paying a record $10,000 minimum for any clunker towards any pre-owned in stock. That's a minimum 10 grand for any rat trap, any way you can get it to our lot. Imagine how much we'll pay for a good trade. Plus, Bennett Chevy's non-commissioned sales team is paid on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. So there's never any hassles or pressure. July is jumping all month long at Bennett Chevrolet during our summer sell-down spectacular. Find new roads at Bennett Chevy, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN. 3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live in the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, as we continue with the Beach Patrol report brought to you by McCann Realtors of Sea Isle City and the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association. Now, we had an opportunity. So, Mike, you got the scene is set with it's high tide, the wind's howling, the current is blowing north, all right, and it's washing machine. The waves are huge. And so it was tough to get a read. Now, I thought Danny Rogers and Pat Scanapicio from Sea Isle City had won the race. Only to find out at the end when they were reading it, you heard that last photo finish. Yeah, so I interviewed those guys right after the race. Let's go to that one. All right, so I had to talk to Lieutenant Dave Stern from the Sea Isle City Beach Patrol. You know, as we just spoke candidly, he was telling me about how hard Pat and Danny trained. And gosh, you know that remember when we did I guess it was 2 years ago when he won the jerseys. Or was it? Yeah, it was 2 years ago when he won when Danny Rogers won the singles.
The singles, yeah.
Remember they carried him off in the boat and the enthusiasm from the whole Beach Patrol?
The whole Beach Patrol literally picked up the boat.
Carried him off with the boat in it.
Under the beach. Because they were so excited that he won. Because, you know, for those who don't understand the full picture, and I'm speaking obviously as an intermediate knowledge, not the expert that Billy is, but you know, for a group like Sea Isle's Beach Patrol to win the South Jerseys is a huge deal.
It's big. I mean, you know, there's a lot of prestige winning these races. Dave was telling me, Dave Stern, the lieutenant, was telling me that, you know, Pat Scanapico, he's 33 and Danny's 21. And they brought him up. He was like, Pat has been taking him Danny under his wing, and they work out but experienced Mike Carlin, like in any other sport.
Right, you got to practice.
You got to practice. You got to work.
Put your time in.
Right, you got to put your time in. But experience in the race is huge.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, you're reading the water.
Right.
They can someone like me, I can't tell when the next wave's coming up, but they can read the waves and say, hey, one's coming. Get ready for it.
And they're used to it.
Yeah.
All right. So then they had a lot of events, doubles. They had the swim, the rescue board, surf dash, singles, can run. Alyssa Sitterini won the rescue board, and she was gracious enough to speak with me after the race. So, Mike, she surfs, right? She's a surfer. So she's in the paddleboard, but the paddleboards are big board and the waves are huge. Well, when you surf, you can duck dive. With a big board, you can't.
No duck dive.
Well, a huge wave came in and just wiped out like 4 of the girls. Like sent them all the way back into
Not
the
her?
water's edge. Not her. She got through.
Yeah.
And that was the difference in
That's
the
the
race.
experience.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
For the uninitiated, what is a duck dive?
So a duck dive is when the wave breaks, you kind of like dig your board, you dig the nose of your board in, and you pop up under the wave. So you come up under the other side. You can't do that in a big board, in a rescue board. We're doing the Beach Patrol report that's brought to you by McCann Realtors of Sea City and the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association. Great crowd last night on the beach. After that, we had an opportunity to speak with, I believe it was Matt Comas, and he won the swim. He did a great job. Let's talk to Matt. And I'm sorry, that was the paddleboard, the rescue board. But for guys and girls, it's the same. Those waves are huge.
Now, when they catch a wave, are they swimming?
They're like
you know how you go like yes.
No, but they're on their knees when they come in.
But like swimmers, when a swimmer catches a wave, are they still swimming through the wave, or are you just riding it?
You're just on that board. You're just riding. Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty good. All right, then we did singles. We get to the singles, and Danny Rogers, he's gonna be a formidable, tough guy to beat, even when all the beach patrols get together at the Dutch Hoffmans. Let's talk to Danny Rogers. So Gary Nagel from Avalon gets out through the surf better than anybody else. Blows by everybody. Comes in. He came in, I think, second or third. Just he got blown so far north that he had to
Couldn't
go
get
back to his flag. So Danny rode a straight race comparatively.
Now we've done a couple interviews now. They've all said the same term. They all said the washing machine.
Yeah,
washing
it was like victory
So
at sea.
that's a term within that sport that you hear a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
On a night like that.
So sometimes you get waves that are clean, rolling in sets.
Mhm.
The rest of the ocean's flat or calm, let's say. Not last night. It was like a washing machine. It was like it's like just everywhere, all different directions. Plus, there was a pretty severe current blowing north.
You were talking. You said the name Rogers,
right?
As a swimmer, would he be on the same?
No, he's a singles. Danny Rogers.
A single.
Singles.
Okay. Would he go up against like a Grisbom?
No, Grisbom's a swimmer.
A swimmer.
Yeah,
Okay.
Danny's a rower. That's what.
Okay.
To
That's what
answer
I
your
meant.
question.
Sorry.
Danny's a rower. Comas was the paddle board, and then people like Grisbom will be a swimmer.
Okay.
All right. Then afterwards, and I want to play this. This is a long. I got a chance to speak with the chief of the North Wildwood Beach Patrol, Bill Schiavarelli, and it was a pretty good interview because they did such a magnificent job with that race last night. a shirt that I'm sporting here. He gave me a nice shirt. I want to thank him. I want to thank Captain Tom Edwards for allowing me access to the beach and get these guys, get the interviews. But all in all, was a wonderful night on the beach. And I'm getting excited, Mike, because we're going to be next week. We have the Kerrs and we have the Atlantic City Classic. And that's the last fine tuning before
like
the
preseason.
Dutch
Is it like a preseason getting ready for the season?
Well, I would say
preseason.
I wouldn't say preseason.
It's more
it's
like
the regular
build-up?
season. It's the regular season, and then
it's the regular season.
Do you have to win certain events to be able to get to this big one at the end?
No.
Okay.
But it's like the regular season, and then when you get to the Dutch Hoffmans, the Margate Memorials, and then finally the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships, all the beaches from Brigantine to Cape May, everybody participates.
Here's the analogy you need. So think about, during this, like, are you more of a golf or tennis guy, Mike?
Golf.
Okay. So he had the Masters, but you also have other events like the Waste Management Classic, the Phoenix Open. So last night, Billy was at the Waste Management Classic, the Phoenix Open. The Dutch Hoffmans is like the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
And then the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships is like
the Masters.
The Masters.
Right.
Maybe not the Masters,
Right.
but you know what I mean.
That's the big.
Right.
That's the
Exactly.
granddaddy of them all.
Okay.
South Jersey Lifeguard Championships, and that will conclude our Beach Patrol report, brought to you by McCann Realtors of Sea City, 4111 Landis Avenue. Knowledge, experience, integrity, and dedication for rental and sales. Call 609-263-7422 or go online at McCannRealtors.com, where you can also keep up with all the South Jersey lifeguarding news and racing schedules, and by the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association. I want to thank John McCann. He's a great McCann brothers. The McCann family is synonymous with Beach Patrol, and I want to thank them. And of course, the Ocean City Lifeguard Alumni Association, 125 years. All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now the proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room. Throwing a party, preparing for a night in Venice. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. Got the vans rolling around. Jason, and of course, get down there, say hello to Billy and Chet himself. Say hello. Tell them the locker room sent you. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia, South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Today on ESPN Radio, we begin baseball's second half in New York City.
On its way, gone! A 3-run homer for Pete Alonso.
Can the struggling Mets get hot and make a run at October? They'll face the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are fighting for the top of the NL West.
Gone! Mookie Betts with the home run.
The Dodgers and Mets. Coverage begins today at 6:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
Listen to Major League Baseball on 97.3 ESPN.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Movies, TV shows, books, podcasts, and more. It's what women and her friend Amanda Lee.
Beth Broderick, Auntie Zelda here. Hi, everybody. I don't know anyone in their 20s that goes to bed early.
I remember getting off work at like midnight and then driving multiple hours to go see my boyfriend. Now the idea of post 9:30, I'm like, oh no, I can't.
They're all like, we're going to go to Caroline's show. It starts at 10. I was like, oh, have you met me? If you don't have me out by 6:30, I'm not going. That's how I was feeling.
What Women Binge, wherever you listen.
My little brother's friends have been camped out at our place for 2 days straight. 3. It's because of the Xfinity 10G network. Internet that can handle a house full of screens at once, with like basically no interruptions. And it's only getting faster. When I was their age, internet like this was a pipe dream. You sound like my grandpa. Please go home.
The next generation 10G network only from Xfinity. The future starts now. Now through September 21st, new customers can get 200 megabit internet with unlimited data on the next generation Xfinity 10G network for just $25 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Plus, upgrade to gig and save $20 a month over Verizon. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply to internet service. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed. Savings compares Xfinity Gig to Verizon Gig.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN. 97.3 ESPN.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, Josh Henning, and my daughter Eliza Great Schweim in the studio today. And Carlin, man, what a
that was great to listen to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm learning more and more about this lifeguard stuff every week, and I'm excited now.
Mike, I got to tell you, it's free. It's free. You just show up at the beach.
I can hear the people in the background.
Yeah, they're
all
going
cheering. I
nuts.
was like, hey, this is a fun time.
I wish more people would come down. Honestly.
A name came up that I know from Ocean City. I've been in Ocean City for a long
Sure.
time. So Billy came up.
Billy Bowman,
Bowman.
yeah.
And I know his brother Charlie just as well.
I know Charlie real well.
Ed Keenan.
Eddie
I was
Keenan.
thinking of him. So I'm going to put you on the spot. You
Okay.
ready? Not everybody just because you're a lifeguard doesn't mean you're in these races. I mean, Ocean City's got 100 lifeguards. Not
Right.
everybody's in these races.
They don't all
Were these three guys part of racing in their time?
No.
Okay.
Eddie out of all, I think Eddie rode a little bit, but he never made it to the out of town races.
Gotcha.
Like, because all cities have their in town races.
Yeah.
Where the like inter races where they
Inter
whoever wins.
competitions.
Yeah, you're right. Whoever wins those, they're the ones that represent.
move on.
Right.
Well, it's
they
like
represent-
it's like in football practice where it's like guys are competing for the job.
Right.
The
Okay.
starting linebacker job. Who's competing for it? So then the best of the best gets to actually.
So you could
race.
be a great lifeguard, but just not be in these races.
Exactly.
100%.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
100%. Absolutely.
And I've heard Mike McGrath talk about this before, that he always talks about, he's like, hey, I'm out here doing what I do, but it's the other lifeguards who do what they do. Allow me to do this.
Exactly. The competition is second to none. It's free. You get to see these communities, beach towns go at it. I mean, it's real. You hear the enthusiasm of the people watching it. You can hear my daughter Eliza Gray. She's 8 years old. Had a great time watching it and wants to do more of it.
When you were talking about putting, and I'll talk fast. When you were putting the flags out in the
Yes.
water, do you know what do you pull
So
number for that flag?
Yeah.
Like I would
Yep.
want the one on
Yep.
the end.
Yes.
I won't want the ones
Exactly.
in the middle.
No, they
So is
pull,
it always
they,
you
they
pull it?
popsicle sticks. They number them.
Gotcha.
And then each flag is a different color.
Yep.
So you're assigned to that. Yeah.
Am I right to
It's
think
fair.
that I would want the ones on the end, like for ease?
It all depends. No, it
Like,
all
I don't know
depends.
if I
It
want to
depends
be
on the
banging
surf.
in.
It depends on the way the beach is set up. Because
Depends
remember,
on the-
every beach's coastline's a little different.
And not only that, Mother Nature plays a big role in this, right? If you have a day that's flat, like a
Billy
bay,
was saying, that the was pushing one direction. Well, what happens is if you can get a position where you let the current push you the direction you want to go already,
that's beneficial.
Exactly.
Wow, man, we had a full show today, and
quick, always does.
like Josh said something that hit me during the show. 10 days till training camp.
I can't wait.
Are you excited, Josh?
I am pumped.
College football, professional football. This is Josh's
I tell
time
you,
of
we
year.
got to think about where we're going to be doing our live remote with
Yeah,
all the
man.
people, all the people
mean,
that are calling us.
Yeah.
Saying where are you going to be? We're still fielding calls and we're waiting to figure out where we're going to go.
It's a constant negotiation.
Of course, the locker room will have a boat in the Night in Venice parade. We're
gonna
very
be fun.
excited about that.
I'm on a boat.
You're going to be on a boat, Josh.
I'm on a boat.
Hey, tomorrow on the program, we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for Designated Drivers. We're looking forward to hearing Tommy's insight and his thoughts on the Philadelphia Phillies and how they're performing and what they need to do to continue strive to make the playoffs. So
They're in.
They're in. Want to thank John McShane, the North Wildwood Beach Patrol. Thanks, Josh Henning, Mike Carlin. Thank you for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.